Should we do a little compare? Which one should you go for? If you're looking at a Garmin smartwatch for your golf, you've got the Approach S62 and then you've got the Approach S42. So this one being slightly cheaper than this one. What are you getting for your money? Well, I've done a little compare here in front of me. On their website, you can go on and compare if you want to do a little comparison, but I'm doing it for you in today's video. So I'm going to be looking at my screen a little bit because there's a lot of information. So if we look at the two watches that kick us off, you get a bigger screen on the 62 over the 42. They look a very similar thickness, maybe a fraction thicker in the 62 over the 42. But the finish of both to the eye looks very similar. Similar strap, very similar design, and the makeup. You're not going to see to the eye so much, I think, a difference in what would be perceived quality. So let's look at what the difference actually is. So if we look at the glass that kick us off, I think the 62 has Gorilla Glass, so stronger. This has strengthened glass. So they're both strong, but you've got Gorilla Glass on the more expensive. So you also, when it smashes your watch, bangs it, drops it, those kind of things, you might want a Gorilla Glass. So if we look at the display size, you can definitely see a difference, the 62 being bigger. The actual dimensions are here, 1.3 inches in the 62, 1.2 inches in the 42. So again, I mean, I actually quite like the smaller head for the size of my wrist. I think the other one, the 62 for me, feels a bit big, subject to the size of your wrist. And I feel I would see enough information on the 42. So that wouldn't sell it to me, but if you want a bigger screen, more real estate to look at, I think the 62 is going to be the one for you. If you want a slightly, if you've got more petite wrists like me, you might want to go for the 42. Both daylight visible screens, which is great. So outside on break golf courses, you're going to get the same nice bright display. Slightly bigger battery length in the 62. Again, it's a bigger unit, so you can fit more battery in it over the 42. So if you don't want to charge it as much, 62 is going to win. They both got touchscreen, so for easy navigation, which is great, makes it really interactive as well. So the big golf features that you're getting on the 62 over the 42 is you can touch anywhere on the hole and get an exact distance on the more expensive model in the 62, which you can't do on the 42. The 62 has plays-like distance as well, where this one doesn't. Wind speed and direction, obviously contributing to plays-like, where the 42 doesn't. And if you've got a Garmin membership, the 62 will give green contour information as well, where the 42 doesn't. So when it comes to the golf features, the 62 is basically packed with everything. Now, if you will use all those features, this is a big decision you need to make over the price hike between the two. You know, this is going to go a lot into depth, which for some people that's great. For me, maybe this is going to give more than enough information for me to go out there, enjoy my golf and play as good as I need to play. If I really wanted to dial down, and as a golf coach, I would probably go for this one to get the more information so I can help any student who wants any level of kind of exacting information from the winds to the slopes, those kind of ideas. Key features very much the same. Both come with thousands of preloaded courses. Both do front, middle and back yardages. Both do dog legs, layup yardages. You can set some custom targets on both. You've got digital scorecards on both. You can do stat tracking on both. So there's lots of similarities. I think if you just want to go more into depth, this one's going to win. The other thing with the 62 as well, it's packed with health and lifestyle options that the 42 isn't. So if you are going to transition this watch to be more of an everyday watch, similar to say like my Apple Watch here, then the 62 can do that. It's going to give you so many more heart rates and all those kind of things if you want to integrate your watch into everyday life. But if you want just the golf option, that's where 42 comes into play. So you can see why you're paying more. Now, when people say which one's better, I think for you, it depends on what you want your smartwatch to do. It's not better paying for more for loads of features you aren't going to use. If you're going to use those features, then absolutely 62 is packed with them. But if you want to get out there, play some better golf and lower your scores, 42's got all the options in there as well. Let me know maybe which one you prefer and why. Did you buy a 62 and didn't use half the features? Did you buy a 42 and thought, oh, I wish I had those features? Let me know.